the woman spotted it at once. The robot flirting with her husband was her best friend in disguise, but she did not expose them. She instead said she would take the robot to the exhibition. She promised that if the exhibition went well, she would give her husband the position of group president. Her husband and best friend were overjoyed to hear this. They thought that once they took over the company, they could leave the woman and be together openly. They had no idea they had fallen into the woman's revenge trap. The woman was a rebirthed person. In her past life, her husband tricked her into taking photos on a cliff. He also asked the robot to fix her pose for a better look, yet the robot pushed her off the cliff. She learned the truth right before her death. Her husband married her only for her family property. Since she refused to hand over company control, he had arranged the fatal accident. Meanwhile, her best friend took off the robot costume. She said she was exhausted after playing a robot for 3 years. She once allowed her face to be the template for the female companion robot. This was to let her disguise as the robot easily. She could then have an affair with the husband right under the woman's nose. Even if the woman felt something was wrong, she would never suspect her husband of being with a robot. The woman finally closed her eyes with endless regret, but unexpectedly, the next second, she was reborn on the day the female companion robot was released. Her husband was flirting with her best friend, who was disguised as the robot. After seeing the woman wake up, the husband pretended to be caring. He said she had been unwell these days, so he had the robot make her tea. The woman did not expose them, but she spoke deliberately. Every time she saw the robot, she felt like seeing her best friend. It was as if her best friend was hiding inside the robot. The husband and the best friend were instantly terrified. The best friend lost hold of the teacup and dropped it on the floor. The woman pretended to grow suspicious. This robot acts extremely strange. Could it really be her best friend in disguise? She moved forward to check in person. The husband hurried to stop her. He argued that she had approved using her best friend's face as the robot template, so the robot naturally looked like her best friend. It was normal for the bionic robot to simulate human emotions and movements. The spilled tea was just a program error. He would send it for repair soon. The woman refused his suggestion. She planned to take the robot to the exhibition in the afternoon. She wanted to test it at home first. She then took out a 10-centimeter long needle. She intended to test the robot's bionic skin and self-repair system. The husband tried to stop her, saying the robot was already faulty. He suggested testing another intact robot instead. The woman insisted that faulty robots needed more testing. She directly stabbed the disguised best friend with the needle. At this moment, her parents-in-law arrived and stopped her. As soon as they entered, the mother-in-law blamed her for not dressing up for the exhibition. The father-in-law ordered her. She must hand the president position to his son after the exhibition. She only needed to give birth to heirs for the family. The husband pretended to persuade his parents not to treat her badly. Reborn once more, the woman finally saw through their trick. The whole family was acting on purpose. They let the parents-in-law bully her, while the husband played the good guy. They wanted the woman to rely on him more. The woman did not expose their plot. She instead admitted her husband had worked hard for the company. She said she would announce all share transfers to him after the exhibition. The husband's family was overjoyed at the words. The woman then changed her tone. She said the robot must be fully tested to ensure exhibition success. She asked her mother-in-law to help with the test. The mother-in-law had no clue the robot was the best friend. For her son's future, she stabbed the robot several times with the needle. The best friend was in great pain and nearly fainted, but dared not make a sound. The husband whispered to her to hold on. The woman stopped the test when the best friend reached her limit, because the real show was yet to come. In the afternoon, the exhibition began. The husband invited reporters on purpose to question the woman. They asked if she would truly hand over the president position. He wanted to stir up public opinion in advance. The woman gave her reply calmly. She would decide based on the robot's exhibition performance, to guarantee customer experience and safety in all cases. She decided to livestream the strictest robot tests worldwide. The first test was an ultra-low temperature test. She opened a freezer. She planned to put the robot into the -40-degree freezer. The husband and best friend were completely shocked. This test was never in their original plan.